In this video, we get information about Qatar International Football Ground. The Football World Cup of this year 2022 will be played in such a ground. So let's see. Number 1. Lusail Iconic Stadium. The team has appeared in 10 Asian Cup tournaments and won it once in 2019. They play their home games at Khalifa International Stadium and Jassim bin Hamad Stadium. The latter is considered the home stadium for the team. Qatar will host the 2022 FIFA World Cup and therefore qualify automatically for what will be their first appearance in the finals. This will be the first time that an Arab nation will host the competition. The procurement process for the stadium conversion began in 2014. The stadium was built as a joint venture by HBK Contracting, HBK, and China Railway Construction Corporation, CRCC. MEP works have been carried out by HBK Engineering. The stadium was designed by British firm Foster Plus Partners, and Populous Lusail Stadium will be ready by 2020. Like the other stadiums planned for the 2022 World Cup, the Lusail Stadium will be cooled using solar power and have a zero-carbon footprint. Construction began on April 11, 2017. The end of construction of the stadium was originally scheduled for 2020. It was then to host 3 friendly matches until the 2022 World Cup, but as the completion of the stadium was postponed, it will subsequently host 10 games including the final. Following the World Cup, it is expected to be reconfigured into a 40,000-seat stadium. Excess seating will be removed, and other parts of the building repurposed as a community space with shops, cafes, athletic and education facilities, and a health clinic. Like other stadiums constructed for the 2022 FIFA World Cup, Lusail Stadium received a 5-star rating on August 16, 2022, for its design and construction, from the GSS. Lusail Iconic Stadium will host 10 matches during the 2022 FIFA World Cup, including the final. Number 2. Education City Stadium. Education City Stadium is a football stadium which is located in Al Rayyan, Qatar, and was built as a venue in time for the upcoming 2022 FIFA World Cup held in Qatar. The stadium is located within several university campuses at the Qatar Foundation's Education City. Following the FIFA World Cup, the stadium will retain 25,000 seats for use by university athletic teams. On September 3, 2020, the stadium hosted its first official match, played in the 2020-21 Qatar Stars League season. The stadium is located on the outskirts of the capital Doha and has a capacity of 40,000 seats. It has been given the nickname Diamond in the Desert. With 20% of its building materials identified as green, the stadium is among the world's most environmentally sustainable stadiums. In May 2019, Education City Stadium received a 5-star GSAS rating. The building contractor is JPAC JV, who appointed Pattern Design as the lead design architect, and Burrow Happold for the engineering design. Like other stadiums built for the purpose of the 2022 FIFA World Cup, it has been criticized for the working conditions for migrant workers, also by Amnesty International. However, on March 15, 2022, the FIFA president met with Qatar Minister of Labor, Dr. Ali bin Samik Al Mari in Doha and discussed the labor reforms taking place in the country. On March 16, 2022, Infantino addressed in an interview, "I am pleased to see the strong commitment from the Qatari authorities to ensure the reforms are fully implemented across the labor market," leaving a lasting legacy of the FIFA World Cup long after the event, and benefiting migrant workers in the host country in the long term. Number 3. Al Bayt Stadium. Al Bayt Stadium is a retractable roof football stadium in Al Khor, Qatar, intended to be used in time for matches in the 2022 FIFA World Cup, scheduled to kick off on November 20, 2022. The stadium's construction contract was awarded to WeBuild SPA and Similai in 2015. In January 2020, the stadium received sustainability certificates of green design, construction management, and energy efficiency. The stadium is located about 35 kilometers away from Doha. The opening match of the 2022 World Cup will take place at Al Bayt Stadium. FIFA and the organizing committee have confirmed that the first match is scheduled for November 20th with an audience of 60,000. The architectural design takes its inspiration from the traditional tents of the nomadic peoples of Qatar and the region. It will feature a retractable roof, providing covered seating for all spectators. Connected to a number of transportation systems, the on-site parking will be able to hold 6,000 cars, 350 buses, and the coming and going of 150 public buses/shuttles, as well as 1,000 taxis and water taxis. The stadium will host around 60,000 World Cup fans, including 1,000 seats for the press. The Al Bayt Stadium in Qatar is one of 7 stadiums being converted for the 2022 FIFA World Cup Qatar and is the second largest stadium after Lusail Stadium. The stadium was designed by Dar Al Hadassa. Following the World Cup, it is expected to be reconfigured into a 32,000-seat stadium. Excess seats will be removed from the upper tier and donated to other countries or placed on the infrastructures planned for the 2030 Asian Games. The vacated space will then be converted into a 5-star hotel, shopping mall, and other sports facilities. Number 4. Al Janoub Stadium. Al Janoub Stadium, formerly known as Al Wakra Stadium, is a retractable roof football stadium in Al Wakra, Qatar that was inaugurated on May 16, 2019. This is the second among the 8 stadiums for the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, after the renovation of Khalifa International Stadium. It was designed by Iraqi-British architect Zaha Hadid together with the firm AECOM. The stadium features a curvilinear postmodernist and neo-futurist design. The appearance of the roof was inspired by the sails of traditional dhow boats, used by pearl divers from the region, weaving through currents of the Persian Gulf. It will be the official seat of the football club Al Wakra SC, where matches for the Qatar Stars League will be held. The capacity of the stadium is 40,000, which is expected to reduce in half to 20,000 after the World Cup. Zaha Hadid Architects stated that the stadium was designed in conjunction with a new precinct so that it sits at the heart of an urban extension of the city, creating community-based activities in and around the stadium on non-event days. According to the designers, it was inspired by the sails of traditional dhow boats, used by pearl divers from the region, weaving through currents of the Persian Gulf. The sports complex includes a multi-purpose room, with swimming pools and spas and a shopping center with green roofs. The entrance to the stadium will be on a wooded square. A school, wedding hall, cycling, horse riding and running tracks, restaurants, marketplaces and gyms within the vicinity are planned to be built to accompany Al Janoub Stadium. Number 5. Stadium 974. Stadium 974 is a football stadium in Ras Abu Aboud, Doha, Qatar. Opened November 30, 2021, it is a temporary venue made from 974 recycled shipping containers that will host matches during the 2022 FIFA World Cup, after which it will be dismantled. It is the first temporary venue in FIFA World Cup history. The concept of the stadium was designed by Fenwick-era Baron Architects. The stadium is constructed on a 450,000 square meter waterfront site and is situated on an artificial promontory. It has a modular design, and incorporates 974 recycled shipping containers in homage to the site's industrial history and the international dialing code for Qatar, plus 974. Some of the containers house stadium amenities such as bathrooms and concessions. The shipping containers and seats used by the stadium will later be dismantled and provided as assistance to other underdeveloped countries in the world. It is the first temporary venue in FIFA World Cup history. The stadium is one of 8 being converted for the FIFA World Cup in Qatar 2022. The procurement process for the stadium conversion began in 2017. The construction of the stadium involved HBK Contracting Company, HBK, DCBQA, Time Qatar, Fenwick-era Baron Architects, FIA, Schleich Bergerman Partner, and Hilson Marin. Number 6. Al Thumama Stadium. Al Thumama Stadium is a football stadium in Al Thumama, Qatar. It will be a venue in time for the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. The Al Thumama Stadium is one of 8 stadiums, which have been built for the FIFA World Cup in Qatar 2022. It is located near Hamad International Airport. A joint venture between Al Jaber Engineering of Qatar and Tekfen Construction of Turkey is significantly involved in the construction work. The architectural design, by the chief architect of Arab Engineering Bureau Ibrahim Jaida, takes its inspiration from the traditional taqiyya hat, a traditional cap which is worn by men and boys across the Middle East. A 50,000 square meters, 540,000 square feet, public park will surround the stadium. The stadium has a capacity of 40,000 seats. Following the World Cup, half of the stadium's seats will be removed and will be donated to other countries. It opened on October 22, 2021. The construction of Al Thumama Stadium has, along with other stadiums built in anticipation of the FIFA World Cup 2022, been condemned by multiple human rights organizations including Amnesty International. In October 2019, Qatari government announced reforms that established a non-discriminatory minimum wage for all migrant workers in the country and allow them to change or leave their jobs without employer consent. However, other elements of the system that can leave employers with some control over their workers appear slated to remain. FIFA, as the governing body of the World Cup 2022, took in charge of the workers' rights matter of the hosting nation, and after asked to comment on the same, the organization wrote FIFA and its trusted partner, the Supreme Committee for Delivery and Legacy, have a zero-tolerance policy to any form of discrimination and to wage abuse. Subscribe and follow our entertainment channel. World is rare for such informative videos.